everyone, this episode of Stuff and Things is brought to you by Onyx Off-Road. As I'm traveling around and using this app, I keep finding new ways to use it, and the main way we use it today is really by diving into the My Content tab. When you have other friends that are also using this app and they are also traveling around to different places, as you're saving waypoints, camp spots, you're tracking your trails as you're out there driving around, you end up collecting a lot of really cool spots in here. That way you can share them with friends in the future. So for a few of the spots today, I went into my offline maps where I was able to download more apps, especially in the surrounding areas that we are heading to. And then once I dive into the My Content tab, this is where I can check out all of my waypoints. I can mark stuff as we are going and traveling into new areas that I've never been before. I can also scroll down to the Tracks tab and see different trails that I've already driven on, so I know where we're going. I know what to expect when we're out there because I can save notes to these specific trails. And there's just a ton of cool functionality that allows you to explore a little bit further, share some spots with friends. And then as you travel, these lists are going to grow and you're going to have a huge depository of awesome trails for off-roading, super cool camp spots, and a lot more. If you use my link in the description down below, you can get 20% off of a membership, or if you just want to try it out, you can download it now on both Android and iOS platforms. It integrates with Apple CarPlay, which is super handy, and you can start a 7-day free trial today. So go check out that link in the description down below. And huge thank you to Onyx Off-Road for sponsoring this episode of Stuff and Things. Good morning, everyone. Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. We are currently in Escalante, Utah. We got out of our camp spot over near Bryce Canyon in the Dixie National Forest earlier this morning. Stopped here for lunch. We're fueling up, and now we're taking the Kimbo off-road. Marissa has left us for this part of the trip, but we still got Claudia over here in her 4Runner, Alex in the Tundra, and Ryan in the Tacoma.
We're hydrating over here.
You hydrating, Kahlo?
Yeah.
So the trail we are about to embark on, we found on Onyx Off-Road. I believe it's called Hell's Backbone. It starts somewhere around here in Escalante, and it's sort of like a little half loop. Should be pretty mellow. It's like a Forest Service road. There's a really cool bridge that we're gonna be crossing, and it looks really scenic and pretty enjoyable. So we'll kind of do a loop through the mountains, connect back to the highway, and then eventually I think we'll end up in either Swing Arm or Moon Rocks, somewhere in that area of like central Utah. You ready to roll?
We're ready to roll. Let's do
it.
this.
Oh, I got that.
What?
Up. You
What?
didn't fist bump me.
Fist bump.
Oh.
Alright guys, we made it to Swing Arm City and I'm cruising around with Alex in the Tundra. I recorded at the wrong time because we just sent this thing off of a jump, dude. Wow. So this is a 21 Tundra with long travel, C4 armor front to rear, and Alex likes to go fast.
This thing's fun.
Wow, dude. Just that little.
It's perfect for this thing. You don't want to get too wild, you know, because you don't want to break anything, but that's why you build the suspension up.
Yeah, dude.
Bypasses, bracing for the upper control arm, the shock tower. So it's pretty stout.
I've definitely never jumped in a truck like we just did, but we legit had this thing off the ground. Oh my gosh.
That was it.
Yeah. Holy sh**.
God, a little shaky.
A little bit. A little bit shaky after that one. Maybe we should check it out. I just saw a huge, oh, you crushed your plate. That's why you have good armor on there.
Exactly.
Dude, this place. Yeah, so this is the King suspension setup. Like, everything dialed in to a T. He's mobbing this thing. It's just super wide too. Like,
well, and it's a smooth ride though, right?
Smooth and aggressive looking. Like, yeah, wide body. Let's go rip, not the big fin, but a fin one more time.
Alright. I wasn't expecting that.
I
didn't expect the bump on the other side. We definitely nosed though. Oh.
Cool, that was a hell of a ride, and check out his bumpers real quick, just to show you how bomb-proof C4 stuff is. It is completely unfazed. You can kind of tell where this was like buried to. That mark was from a different trip, and it's perfectly in alignment, and that's where the extra reinforcements come from. That stuff goes a long way.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it looks good.
It looks like you just put it on.
Yeah.
You have the same amount of gap on each side. It's crazy. So this other group of people that we're here with, we got some folks from Long Range America who makes long range gas tanks, which I told you about for the Tacoma. We did not plan on meeting them out here, but they're here. So we're gonna run and grab dinner quick instead of cooking tonight, and we're gonna go to a camp spot not too far up the road. Ready?
Ready. Break. Oh, look at my new ring. Look at my new necklace.
Wow. So just a few minutes later, after dinner, we kind of backtracked to where you just saw us ripping around, and kind of connected to the area is where we planned on camping. I've never been here before, but damn, look at this view. The SATlander has officially landed on the moon. We landed on the moon.
Wild.
Ooh, that's a really big drop. It is so quiet. It's so peaceful out here. Damn, I love Utah.
Are we moving to Utah?
I'll move to Utah. Now with our current parking position, Ashley's gonna have a hard time getting up in here. This is like above my belly button, so don't want to be jumping off the tailgate while we're parked like this. The rest of the crew is now over here with us too. Sorry, I'm just walking right in your shot. I didn't realize you were taking pictures. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about how it is off-roading while having the Kimbo on the back of the Tacoma. It's obviously not ideal. It's going to change the way the vehicle drives, no matter what vehicle you put it in. But I set up the truck in a way that it handles it pretty well. I'm obviously not going to be doing the same stuff that I would be doing if I had my Diamondback cover on, and that's going on in just a few weeks once we get back home. But it's still pretty damn capable. Like, I've been taking this thing to spots that I would not take the van, but also taking it to spots way faster. So one thing to note is that the Kimbo does shift around a little bit. They tell you not to tighten these straps down a whole lot. As you can tell, it's not super tight on there. I guess the reason for that is because they don't want you to like break anything in your bed. So this thing is just sitting on the platform built for the Tacoma with this bed, so it can't really go anywhere. But I do notice that it shifts a little bit, especially when you're on washboard roads and you're off camber. So if I'm off camber and shaking, the Kimbo will slowly shift over, but it hasn't really caused any issues. The way I can take note of the shift is by looking at these bolts in my side view mirrors. Right now it is pretty centered on the truck, but the spot that we left from this morning, I noticed that when we were off camber and sort of bouncing around on rocks, the Kimbo would shift. We're talking like maybe less than an inch, possibly an inch at max. And then once we straighten back out and we're kind of bumping around again, then it sort of like self-centers because of the straps that are on here. So far, this has been good. Tomorrow, we're going to be hitting some trails that are a little bit rockier, a little bit more technical, nothing too crazy. But in some of the future videos, you will see even more of where I can actually take the truck with the Kimbo on the back of it. What do you think about the Tacoma and the Kimbo combo, like from an off-roading perspective?
It seems to do pretty well. Like,
yeah.
You keep up. I mean, obviously, sometimes I'm pushing this a little faster. But
yeah, we've experienced that today.
but for the most part, it seems, and we didn't even air down. So
That's true, yeah.
if you air down, I bet it would be even smoother for sure.
Yeah, that's another point that I forgot to mention. I haven't aired down the truck at all on any of these trails that you've seen over the past couple of weeks. I did actually add air to the rear tires just because there's more weight back there. So tomorrow, I think once we get to the trail, if we get there by tomorrow, I think I'm going to air down just a little bit. I'll probably run my front tires at around 20, and then I might take the rear tires down to like 30, maybe 25. I'll just kind of feel it out and see how the tires look with the weight on the truck. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So now it's time to work. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how my workflow has been going while we're here in the Kimbo. It's a lot because this is like a whole production, a bunch of different cameras, drones, all sorts of stuff. I've basically just been kind of sitting right here at the little table, and then I'm using this little workstation up here to just sort of like throw things that I'm using. So my iPad for all the photo and color grading, editing, and stuff like that. I have my dedicated photo camera right here for all of the photos we've been capturing, which you can find over on my Instagram. Dash cam, little point and shoot. This is one that you see from time to time. I don't use this thing a whole lot, but over the past 3 days I have. And then right over here, not one, but 2 different drones. So we're talking about a lot of footage. On a night like tonight, when I don't have to get a video completely edited, uploaded, and ready to publish, I'm basically going to dump all of the memory cards onto my computer and my iPad and then sort of go from there. Working in a small space like this typically isn't super fun. However, it makes things very easy to access at the same time. So I can access all my camera gear up here, everything that I need in my backpack right there. If I get thirsty, I can reach the fridge from where I'm sitting. So this is honestly a pretty good setup and I like it. Of course, I am used to sort of living and working out of my van, but also this is nice. It's homey, got everything I need right here, and it's really peaceful to work, especially when you're parking in places like this. It's just so crazy out here. I don't think there's gonna be a full moon tonight, but I wish there was. So now I'm gonna get to work on all these videos and everything that we got going on, because tomorrow sunrise is here at 6:12 in the morning. I'm waking up at 6. All these cameras are gonna be rolling. We're gonna capture some super awesome stuff tomorrow. And then the plan is to hopefully head to Moab. I wanna do a three-peat of one of my favorite trails out there with the Tacoma and the Kimbo, because I've never taken this to Moab before. And we got a whole day planned for tomorrow. Not sure on the timeline. We really don't have a timeline. We're kind of just making things up as we go, but I can guarantee it's gonna be pretty cool. So you guys will see that in the next one. If you enjoyed these videos, I'd appreciate it if you left a like. If you're new to the channel, consider clicking subscribe, because I make new videos every week. As always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.